You know, when you're starting out in the business, you're just looking for any opportunity to act and be on another show. And this just sounded like so much fun, being on the Love Boat. It was before WKRP, it was before I really went totally blonde. And I just thought, you know, I'm in Hollywood. It's like such a fantasy to be there anyway. And I'm going on this boat and oh my gosh, I'm gonna act with Steve Allen and Polly Bergen. And it's just like so exciting. You know, every experience you have in Hollywood, everything you're cast in, it leads to another thing. Somebody either sees you or they see it on your resume or whatever, so it leads to something else. And right when I was on the Love Boat, it was the year before WKRP and was leading up to, well, it was a couple years before WKRP. And it seemed that in that 2 years, with the start of the Love Boat, I seemed to just be on a runaway train. You know, I just kept getting everything. And I always considered it like my good luck charm because that started the ball rolling and went from one episodic casting to another, to another, to another, until it was finally my turn.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Barbie.
I'm Ken. I mean, Durwood.
So my character was the peripheral, kind of goofy, ditzy, almost blonde character. I was very young and I was working with people who had done Academy Award winning films and had been nominated for Oscars for their performances. And I think that was intimidating. But I have a special place in my heart for the first Love Boat I did because Steve Allen gave me the best advice ever. Now, remember, I wasn't quite blonde, but I was still playing kind of a ditzy character. And I'd been very successful with that on stage in a blonde wig. And but I always thought people took me seriously as an actor with my brunette hair. And so Stuart, as I said, Stuart Margolin was directing the episode. And I started to say my lines in my funny voice, like that, and everybody, just the crew cracked up and the cast cracked up, everybody, and I thought, I'm it, you know, everybody is laughing, I'm getting all this attention. And
You just don't like me.
Are you kidding? I do.
And Steve Allen, during the downtime, took me aside and he said, you know what, you do that so well. And I'm like, thank you. You know, he said, you must stop or you'll never do anything else. And it was the best advice I ever got. I never pulled that voice out again until the end of WKRP, just kidding around on the set. And then Hugh Wilson liked it so much he wrote an episode where I could use it. But that was the best advice, or I could have been pigeonholed as a ditzy blonde. And that never happened for me, thanks to Steve Allen.